Is this a sign of the long-awaited return of a global phenomenon? The entertainment world was shocked when Jungkook, one of BTS's members, indirectly revealed that the group's entire members would reunite for a major project scheduled for release in 2026. The statement was not mere speculation, but came in a highly convincing context, sparking waves of discussion and anticipation among ARMY and music industry observers alike. The question quickly rolled on: is this the beginning of a new BTS era, or merely a meticulously crafted communication strategy? In what seemed to be an ordinary public interaction, Jungkook slipped in a brief yet meaningful comment, hinting that 2026 will be a moment ARMY will never forget. This sentence immediately sparked diverse interpretations. Considering the current situation, where BTS members are occupied with individual activities including military service, the statement becomes more significant. The public considers that reuniting all members in one project requires complex planning, massive logistical support, and of course strategic decisions from HYB management. ARMY's reactions were varied, ranging from euphoria to skepticism. Some fans took this as an unofficial confirmation that after the individual hiatus, BTS would return in full formation. Others chose to remain cautious, recalling the history of the Korean entertainment industry, which often uses rumors or vague teasers to build public expectations. However, one thing is certain: every piece of information coming from the members, especially Jungkook, carries great weight and is rarely considered mere small talk. If this project does come to fruition, then 2026 will be a highly strategic year. All BTS members are expected to have completed their military service obligations, opening the possibility for a full return to the international stage. This momentum will also coincide with the rising global K-pop trend that needs a symbolic boost from a name as big as BTS to maintain its dominance in the global music market. This means that such a comeback is not only relevant for ARMY, but will also have a direct impact on the dynamics of the global entertainment industry. HYB itself has not issued an official statement regarding Jungkook's comment. The management's silence has only fueled speculation further. For some, this silence is a deliberate strategy to preserve the surprise effect when the official announcement is released. However, others believe that the information Jungkook revealed may be premature and not yet fully part of the company's official schedule. Regardless, past experience shows that BTS rarely gives such big hints without a strong basis. This phenomenon also shows how a brief interaction from a global artist can trigger an extraordinary domino effect. With just one sentence, millions of tweets, posts, and online discussions erupted across various platforms. Hashtags related to BTS 2026 even trended globally only hours after the statement surfaced. This fact confirms that BTS is not just a music group, but also a cultural entity with the power to move public opinion on a massive scale. On the other hand, industry analysts believe that if BTS truly returns with a new project in 2026, preparations must begin long before that year. This includes music production, promotional concepts, global distribution strategies, and even a possible world tour. BTS is known for its very high-quality standards, so a long break actually gives them room to prepare material that can exceed expectations. It is not an exaggeration if the public expects their return to bring major innovations, both musically and visually. However, the public is also faced with a critical question. Is this hype purely organic, or is there an element of narrative control from management? The entertainment industry, especially at the global level, often uses moments like these leaks to gauge market reactions before formalizing major plans. In the BTS context, such a strategy makes sense given the huge financial and reputational risks involved. If the public response is positive, the project will gain stronger momentum. Conversely, if the response is lukewarm, there is still time to make adjustments. Regardless of analysis and speculation, one thing is certain: Jungkook's statement has reignited great hope. ARMY around the world now have a new reason to mark their calendars toward 2026. Even though there is no detailed confirmation yet, the atmosphere of optimism is already felt in various fan communities. Many believe that this moment will be a historic milestone, not only for BTS but also for the development of global pop culture in the coming decade. Now, all eyes are on the next step. Will HYB reinforce this signal with an official announcement soon? Or will the public have to wait until 2026 approaches? Whatever the answer, it is clear that BTS still holds full control over the world's attention. And if they truly return in full formation, the impact will likely go beyond just a music comeback. This could be a declaration that BTS has not finished writing its history. Is the statement about BTS's full reunion in 2026 truly evidence of a historic breakthrough? Or is it a calculated maneuver designed to test public reaction? This statement deserves to be taken seriously, but it must also be treated as a hypothesis that demands verification. What primary evidence can we find, and does the claim stand on its own without the support of official documents? We are asked to question every fragment of information circulating. Who first spread this claim on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitter, and what was the motive behind the post? We must ask firmly, was the purpose of the post merely to attract attention, or was there an actual leak from an accountable internal source? Critical thinking means assessing the credibility of the source. Thus, it is important to identify whether the accounts fueling this wave are anonymous, commercially motivated, or have a strong track record of accuracy. A provocative statement. Not everything that goes viral is true. Many things go viral because they can exploit public emotion, not because they are supported by evidence. Next, consider the chronology aspect. When did Jungkook's comment appear, in what context, and is there a full recording or only clips that are easily misinterpreted? Here arises an important question. Are we seeing contextual quotes or clips manipulated to build a certain narrative? From the perspective of journalistic ethics, readers are obliged to demand clarification from relevant parties such as HYB management, official representatives, or other primary sources. Have the officials been asked? Why does the public often get swayed first by unofficial posts rather than waiting for responsible clarification? Such claims must also be assessed from an industry perspective. A colossal project involving 7 internationally renowned individuals requires long-term planning and traceable documentation. So, are there signs of actual production processes, contracts, studio schedules, or logistical coordination that support the rumor? Do not ignore the phenomenon of collective psychology. ARMY as a global community has a huge capacity to build narratives, and sometimes the community itself becomes the driver of spreading unverified information. Does this collective reaction reinforce the truth of the claim, or does it actually close the space for objective verification? Asking oneself is a simple yet essential first step. Am I moved by hope or by evidence? Is there a confirmation bias that makes us more likely to accept claims that fit our emotional desires? To encourage verification, there are several practical steps worth taking. Check primary sources, compare publication times, verify through official channels, and be wary of accounts that change their claims under pressure. Is it not our duty as critical readers to perform these simple checks before contributing to an immature wave of information? We must also ask further about the social consequences of spreading unverified claims. Does it harm the reputation of the individuals mentioned, spark financial speculation, or divert public attention from more substantive issues? A provocative statement. Uncontrolled rumors can be a weapon that damages reputations without the chance of defense. Finally, embracing skepticism does not mean closing off the possibility of truth. On the contrary, informed skepticism is the foundation for reaching certainty. Let us ask concrete questions to ourselves and the community. Is the existing evidence sufficient, or are we rewarding ourselves with untested assumptions? Considering all the above, we urge ARMY and the wider public to maintain a balance between anticipation and skepticism. Please reflect. Are you sure this event is real? Or is it a fabrication to attract media attention? The information we present comes from various platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and others, but the truth still needs to be verified. We invite you to always think critically and not immediately believe every piece of news that circulates. In closing, we emphasize that collective responsibility in the information era demands thoroughness before spreading sensational claims. Thank you.